Amazon Prime quietly released Butterfly in the middle of this past week, but I finally got around to it today, and all I can say is my mind is completely and utterly blown. Now, the cast here is diverse but heavily features Asian characters, and having the story take place in Korea made it feel a bit more unique than these types of shows typically do. Though, from what I understand in the graphic novel, the story involves mostly white characters and takes place in America and in the UK. Now, I thought the acting was pretty good all around, and having Piper Perabo play a villain was something truly interesting to watch, as she typically plays good characters, or at least characters that are more morally gray. The characters' backstories were well crafted, and the setup was nearly perfect, with the large beats leading from plot point to plot point with nearly expert precision. The small writing I thought was good as well, featuring a father trying to make up for lost time with the daughter he abandoned 9 years prior at the center of the overall narrative. I thought the direction was good, as was the production design, and the way the show used Korea and the surrounding areas I thought really added value to the show overall. The only thing that I can really think of that could be seen as a small minus from a narrative perspective was the fact that the show had to be subtitled for all the Korean characters, because they were race swapped. And from a visual standpoint, I thought that Rebecca, who was played by the beautiful Raina Hardesty, could have been a bit more physically representative of a high-end female assassin. There were a few action sequences wherein I just didn't see that from her. And I don't know, maybe she could have trained a bit more for the role or something if her schedule or if the show's budget had allowed. I don't know if they did, but those things were tantamount to a speeding ticket when you consider the series overall, in my opinion. The series plays fast, even for a UK-style series, with lots of action including acrobatic fight sequences, chaotic shootouts, and explosions to boot. And because there are only 6 episodes in the season, the show doesn't have time for a lot of filler, and it doesn't have a chance to get bogged down after the show's midpoint like so many other shows like this do, as they drag their characters towards the finale. And speaking of the finale, this show has one of the most insane cliffhanger finales I've seen in quite a long time. Now, overall, I'd give Season 1, or Series 1, if you will, of this show an 80%, or an 8.0 if you're thinking IMDb score. Listen, Butterfly is what a spy thriller should be. It has everything one could hope for from the genre, delivering in a medium-sized dose. And assuming this show gets picked up for a Season 2, because at this point we don't know yet, my only disappointment is that we may have to wait an entire calendar year or more to find out what happens next.